Hello friends, in this video we are going to study the topic Formation of Hindustan Socialist Republican Army. Socialist means the persons who believed that the means of making, moving and trading wealth should be owned or controlled by the workers. HSRA भारतीय स्वतंत्रता के लिए सशस्त्र संघर्ष के माध्यम से ब्रिटिश राज्य को समाप्त करने के उद्देश्य को लेकर गठित एक क्रांतिकारी संगठन था। 1928 तक इसे हिंदुस्तान रिपब्लिक एसोसिएशन के रूप में जाना जाता था। Many nationalists did not believe in non-violent methods for achieving freedom. In 1928, some nationalists like Bhagat Singh, Jatin Das, Ajoy Ghosh founded the Hindustan Socialist Republican Army in 1928 at a meeting in Firoz Shah Kotla ground in Delhi. Meaning of the movement for different groups. Different social groups participated in civil disobedience movement for different ideals or reasons. Meaning of Swaraj was different for different social groups. Rich peasants in the countryside, rich peasants communities like the Pattidars of Gujarat and the Jats of Uttar Pradesh were enthusiastic supporters of the civil disobedience movement. They organized their communities to participate in boycott programs. Poor peasants. As depression continued, the poor peasantry found it difficult to pay their rent to the landlords. They joined a variety of radical movements, often led by socialists and communists, in the hope that they would not have to pay the rent any further. Socialists were the people who believed that the means of making, moving and trading wealth should be owned or controlled by the workers, and the communists believed in an economic system based on public ownership of property in which no person profits from the work of others. Associations like Indian Industrial and Commercial Congress, Federation of the Indian Chamber of Commerce and Industry under the leadership of G.D. Birla, Purushottam Thakur Das, etc., supported the civil disobedience movement. The industrial working classes did not participate in the civil disobedience movement in large numbers except in the Nagpur region. Participation of women. Another important feature of this movement was the large-scale participation of women. In urban areas, women came from high caste families. In rural areas, women came from rich peasants' households. Women were inspired by Gandhiji's call and they began to see service to the nation as their sacred duty. The limits of civil disobedience movement. All social groups were not moved by the concept of Swaraj. One such group was the untouchables, who began to call themselves Dalit around 1930s. For a long time, the Congress had ignored the Dalits for fear of offending the Sanatanis. Sanatanis were high-class conservative Hindus practicing untouchability. The conservative high caste and Hindu. Gandhiji called the Dalits as Harijan or the children of God. Gandhiji believed that Swaraj would not come for 100 years if untouchability was not eliminated. He organized satyagraha for them to secure their entry into temples and access to public wells, tanks, roads and schools. Gandhiji himself cleaned the toilet to dignify the works of Bhangi, the sweeper. Gandhiji urged the upper class to change their mindset regarding the untouchables. Stand of Dalit leaders. Dalit leaders wanted a different political solution to the problems of their community. Pune Pact of September 1932. Dr. B.R. Ambedkar demanded reserved seats in educational institutions and separate electorate that would choose Dalit members for legislative councils. Ambedkar organized the Dalits into the Depressed Classes Association in 1930. His view differed with Mahatma Gandhi at the Second Round Table Conference by demanding separate electorates for Dalits. When the British government admitted Ambedkar's demand, Gandhiji strongly opposed it and began a fast unto death. He believed that separate electorates for Dalits would slow down the process of their integration into the main society. Ambedkar ultimately accepted Gandhiji's position and as a result, Pune Pact of September 1932 was signed. पूना पैक्ट अथवा पूना समझौता भीमराव अंबेडकर एवं महात्मा गांधी के मध्य पुणे की यरवदा सेंट्रल जेल में 24 सितंबर 1932 को हुआ था। अंग्रेज सरकार ने इस समझौते को सांप्रदायिक अधिनिर्णय में संशोधन के रूप में अनुमति प्रदान की। समझौते में दलित वर्ग के लिए पृथक निर्वाचक मंडल को त्याग दिया गया, लेकिन दलित वर्ग के लिए आरक्षित सीटों की संख्या प्रांतीय विधान मंडलों में 71 से बढ़ाकर 147 और केंद्रीय विधायिका में कुल सीटों की 18% कर दी गई। It gave the depressed classes reserved seats in provincial and Central Legislative Council, but they were to be voted in by the general electorate. Hindu-Muslim clash. Some of the Muslim political organizations in India rarely participated in the civil disobedience movement. After the decline of the non-cooperation and Khilafat movements, a large section of Muslims felt separated from the Congress. From the mid-1920s, the Congress came to be more visibly associated with openly Hindu religious nationalist groups like the Hindu Mahasabha. As relations between Hindus and Muslims worsened, Hindu-Muslim communal clashes and riots occurred in various cities. Sir Muhammad Iqbal. Sir Muhammad Iqbal was the president of Muslim League. In 1930, he demanded the importance of separate electorates for Muslims. He thought it would safeguard their minority political interests. He justified the Muslim demand for that is the creation of a Muslim India within India. The Congress and Muslim League. The Congress and Muslim League made efforts to talk again for unity. In 1927, it appeared that such a unity could be possible. The only difference between Congress and Muslim League was on the representation in the future assemblies that were to be elected. Muhammad Ali Jinnah. He was willing to give up the demand for separate electorates for two conditions. The first was the Muslims were assured reserved seats in the Central Assembly, and the second was the representation would be in proportion to the population in Muslim-dominated provinces like Bengal and Punjab. The issue was not resolved due to strong opposition of Hindu Mahasabha led by M.R. Jaikar.